Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Manny here. Welcome back to the channel. Beautiful morning here in Vienna, quite sunny, and a beautiful breakfast smoothie I've got here. Let me show you this. 3 bananas, 1 apple, 5 dates, a little bit of hemp seed protein powder, and some sunflower seeds. And I tell you, these sunflower seeds, it's just amazing. They make such a great addition to this smoothie. The combination between sweetness from the fruit and creaminess from the sunflower seeds, it's just amazing. I gotta tell you, try this out. Anyway, let's get into the topic of this video, which is going to be goals. Okay, I just realized that I haven't sat down for a nice real talk episode, for a nice real talk in front of the camera for a longer time now. So I thought I'm gonna make this for this episode. And every now and then I get the question, Manny, what are your actual goals, man? Why the hell are you going through all this training? What are you actually doing with all these amazing gains that you obtained? Don't you want to do something useful with your life? So let me explain. I would like to start with climbing performance in the long term. What is my goal here? And I think I stated this already quite some time ago, I think years ago, in a very early video as well. I said that my actual long-term climbing performance goal was to climb a 9A once in my climbing career, okay? Sport climbing performance, that is, of course. And the reason why I said that back then was I thought, man, 9A is just a holy grail. It's the holy grail of sport climbing. If you master this grade, you really can say that you mastered this discipline, okay? Everybody who climbs a 9A, I always think of this person as, wow, this person really has mastered this discipline. So I want to be one of these persons as well, one of these people. So that's why this number basically came about. And for bouldering, this would be maybe 8B or something, okay? But bouldering is a little bit less important for me because my favorite discipline is simply sport climbing. And I use basically bouldering as a means to generate the max strength necessary for taking down these super hard sport climbs. And I can guarantee you at some point, if you're a sport climber, if you're a rope climber, you're gonna need outdoor bouldering to push your grade even further. That's the horrible truth, man. You gotta spread out at some point, and get some skills from other disciplines to push your own discipline to an even higher level. So that's how I think about bouldering. And I also want to say here that when I was quite young and naive and new to the sport, I always thought, everybody can reach everything, okay? If you only put the hours in, if you put in the effort in, if you all also target this effort in a reasonable direction, in an intelligent direction, using your effort intelligently, then in this case everybody can reach 9A, man. Everybody can create this kind of fitness and do it. Now, as I said, I was quite naive back then, and I was new to the sport. I was progressing quickly, and I thought, man, if I continue to progress like that for another 3-4 years, then I'm there already, okay? So it's gonna be easy. This is of course not the case, okay? There is a limit in climbing performance for every person out there, and I want to say that there is a limit in reasonable climbing performance, in reasonable progress for every person. I'm still saying every person can improve from where they are now, okay? But the question is, how much effort do you have to put in to get that little bit more improvement, that little bit more progress out of your body? So at some point, for every person, it is just not reasonable anymore to put this kind of effort in. And I thought back then, for me, this would be reached when I reach 9A, okay? I think when I reach 9A, and I'm still thinking that, to be honest. 8C, which is my current max grade, is already so freaking hard for me, man. I have to put a lot of tries in. I have to put a lot of training in to even obtain this fitness, okay? Not really talking about improving it. So reaching 9A for me will be super hard. I'm not saying it's impossible, but at some point, every person works against their genetics a lot, okay, and their age and their other occupations and family, job, and whatnot. So that's actually all topic for another video, actually. But yeah, what I want to say is that every person has this kind of limit of reasonable progress, of reasonable climbing performance, where even if you can get the next max grade out of all this effort, it's not gonna be worth it anymore, okay? If you have to work kind of 5 years or 10 years for it. So that's always the question, you know? That's something that every climber has to decide for himself, whether it's reasonable or not anymore. So, and I think for me this is gonna be the case at 9A. But we will see. Maybe I'm overestimating myself here a little bit. Maybe I'm underestimating myself here a little bit. It's hard to say, you know. It's hard to predict that in the future. However, let's take a quick look at the short-term goals. For this season, I would really be happy if I could climb my max grade again, which is 8C. I only did 2 8Cs so far, and I really would like to broaden my horizon here. To broaden my experience with this grade, because that's always the first thing that's necessary to step it up to the next grade, okay? You gotta get experience with your current max grade to be able to determine what suits you not, which routes are possible, you know? And if I'm really lucky, if I'm really fit and the conditions are really good and I'm finding the right project, who knows, maybe it's also possible to step it already up to the next level, to get maybe the first 8C plus done. That would be, of course, amazing, okay? Because then it's only one tiny step further to reach the ultimate end goal. But I'm not gonna say that that's a necessity for this season, because I know that's gonna be really hard. The routes here in my home area, they are not easy. They are always really bouldery. You have to find a route that suits you, you know. Sometimes there are incredibly reachy moves in there. So that's of course something that's not ideal for me, because I'm quite short actually. But yeah, it would be cool to just get my max grade down again and get some more experience in that. And maybe, if I'm lucky, maybe also push it. So that's for short term. And for bouldering, by the way, it would be really cool to make one 8A in my local areas where holiday grading does not exist, to put it mildly. The grading here is quite tough, and you have to put a lot of effort into your projects. I did 2 8As already in other areas, but as I said, I think they were quite soft in fact, okay? So would be amazing to get a really hard 8A done in my local areas. So let's talk about the channel actually a little bit. What are my goals regarding this channel that you are watching right now, obviously? The long term, and I stated this already some time ago, is to create, the long-term goal is to create the most complete climbing channel out there. And what do I mean with complete? I mean a resource for climbers who would like to improve themselves, okay? In regards to technique, injury prevention, proper nutrition, training methods, pull-up bar, hangboard, campus board, and so on and so forth. Also, how to break a plateau, how to condition yourself for hard climbing, and all this kind of stuff, you know. I wanted to create this resource for climbers to be available for free on the internet, because that's what YouTube is all about, you know. It's an amazing resource to learn new things. You don't necessarily have to go to university today anymore. You can learn almost everything that you need to know on the internet, and that's of course amazing. And that's also why this is a little bit under attack right now, but that's again another story. However, that's the long-term goal for this channel, and I want to apologize here a little bit because I've let you down a little bit in the short term here, because I didn't really post a super instructional video for quite some time now. Always a little bit lower effort videos, you know, some uncut descents, some vlogs, some talking videos and stuff, but not really something high effort, which I did in the past, like technique episodes or training methods or stuff like that. I want to apologize for that. The reason is that recently there was quite a lot to do in the climbing gym actually. The re-screwing was going on. A lot of people wanted to be coached. A lot of people also wanted to be online coached. I made quite a couple of customized training plans. And all this is kind of taking up some time, you know. In addition, I want to get my own training done as well. So that's taking a lot of time, and I have to focus a little bit on that, because after all, this is giving me a little bit of money, you know, to survive. Because YouTube doesn't give me a lot of money, okay? It's really a minuscule amount that I get from YouTube every month, you know? So I have to focus a little bit on real life income, so to say. And that's why I had to get this stuff done as well. But I think that's gonna change in the future, in the near future actually, because there is going to be a little bit less to do in this regard, and then I'm gonna have more time for making more sophisticated videos again. So bear with me, guys. I think the next cool episode is coming out quite soon actually. And also I want you to please leave your suggestions and recommendations of videos that you would like to see down in the comments, so that I know what I actually have to make. I think that, you know, as a YouTuber, it's the number one importance is to be consistent, you know. And I've said this previously, I would rather post something that is a little bit lower effort than to post nothing, okay? Because I realized that there are my regular viewers out there who really would like to see me do a video every day, regardless of whether it's super highly sophisticated or not. And I don't want to let them down, okay? I don't want to put my bar so high that I say no, this video is not good enough, I can't post it. I'd rather post something that is a little bit lower effort than to post nothing for 2 weeks, okay, just because I do a little bit more coaching in the real world now. So that's that. How do you think about that? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, I think this video is really close to be done. I'm telling you, this movie is just amazing. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Drop some likes and opinions. And I think I'll see you quite soon in the next awesome episode. Stay strong, keep crushing, and bye. These workers.